Good morning. Just let me know if you can hear me. Emojis, thumbs up if you can hear me on your side, because right. Thank you so much. Good morning and welcome to the 2022 second semester orientation. Before I mention the house rules, my name is Sharon Tebele. I'm going to be your program director for the day. But hold on, I'm not here alone. I will be co-directing with Ms. Gloria Sepula, which is one of my colleagues. But before I proceed with the house rules, let me just allow Dr. Aston Dooley to come and do the opening and welcome for us. Doctor, are you here? Dr. Ntuli, are you in your midst? Doesn't look like it. Let me just rather proceed to Dr. Bitswane, who's obviously in our midst, to come and do the purpose of the day. And of course, because in the absence of Dr. Ntuli, I see she's not in our midst as of yet. She can also do the opening and welcome. Dr. P?
Okay, I will. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sharon. And thank you for welcoming us. I will just do both of them and just concise them into one. Thank you very much for being the program director for today. You and Gloria, we appreciate your presence here, and all our team, thank you. But most importantly, I would like to welcome our new students who are registering here for the first time, those who are attending virtually, and those who, of course, are attending face-to-face. I hope there are those who are attending face-to-face, because we have decided to do this as a hybrid so that we can showcase all the services that we are having as UNISA to our students. And having said that, you are heartily welcome. The speakers for today, a representative from the library, we welcome you. Mr. Molapisi, representative from counseling, Ms. Dipale, we welcome you, and representative from, I'm sorry, I was disturbed by, thank you, our interpreter. Yes, and representation from registration, computer labs, as well as facilitation of learning. You are welcome, and I'm not going to dwell into everything that you are going to present, but just to say to our students, those are the services that we are having, and we hope that you will be able to gain a lot from what we are having in store for you. Coming to the purpose of our orientation, as UNISA Gauteng Region, we pride ourselves to say that we really ensure that you as our students, we acquaint you with the services that we offer in our region. And having mentioned all those services, I'm not supposed to be repeating them because I mentioned that in part of the welcome. But the most important thing is that we want you to network, to connect with some of the students that will be attending our orientation, so that you will be able to work together with them and form groups that will help you to be able to survive and make it easier for your path as you are studying as a student. So if you are able to connect and form networks, that will make your load easier as a student in this journey of the university. And however, another thing, all the services that we offer as UNISA Gauteng Regions, they will be explained in details for you, so that when you get stuck with not knowing how to get a book, you'll have a librarian at your hand who would be able to assist you. If you get stuck on how to create your life account, you will get people from the computer labs who will be able to take you by the hand and assist you on how to create password, on how to create your emails, and also how to upload your assignments online. So we have got a new Moodle platform that is very complicated to our students. We hope that with our sessions today, they will be able to take you through so that you would understand where to get help when you get stuck to upload your assignment on the Moodle platform. And we have got acolyte services, whereby those doing mathematics, those struggling with English, life skills, basic skills, they will be able to get assistance from our accolade facilitators and our presenters from the tutorial services. They will be able to give you more details on that. So there is lots of things that our orientation has for you. They will equip you with all the services. And we hope for today, you will be able to enjoy and understand all what we are trying to bring for you, so that your journey as a student would be smooth sailing. Yes, there will be hiccups here and there. However, your journey would be easier with this information that we are trying to share with you today. And on that note, back to you, our program directors. I thank you, and I hope this will be a very enjoyable session for our students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. P, for such heartily welcome. Let me just start with the announcement for now. Please use the emojis provided by MS Teams, and a few house rules. Kindly turn off your camera if you're not the one presenting, and switch it off, or your mics as well if you're not the one talking, just so we can avoid interruptions as well. Use the emojis if you have questions. For example, if you are using a PC, on your ribbon, there should be people, chat, reactions, and more. You can go to reactions and use that tab to raise your hand so that I can see you and give you the floor. And also that to make an announcement that there will be video presentations as well as live presentations, which are pre-recorded as well. And the event is also streamed on YouTube. And also just to mention that, as I mentioned earlier, that I'll be co-directing with my colleague who will join us later on. And for those who are not familiar with how MS Teams works, just post your question in the chat if you're unable to raise your hand. And also, I would really appreciate if we react, just so we can actually engage with whoever is presenting, just so it's not so quiet. And why did I forget to mention that this is a hybrid event? Wow. I can't wait. Actually, we had one of our events on Friday. It was actually a success. And this one also is also hybrid, of which we're having students in our campuses who are also connecting with us visually via MS Teams in all 5 centers, which we'll hear more about during the presentations. And of course, let me welcome Ms. Sophie Mabaso, our sign language interpreter. Thank you so much, ma'am, for making it easier for some of our learners to actually engage with us. Without any further waste of time, let me just, I'm not sure if this is a video presentations. Colleagues, just indicate if it is from communications by Ms. Ubakeng Mutsamai. The floor is yours.
Good morning. Thank you so much for letting me present. Good morning, students. Let me just share my screen quickly in my presentation. Okay, my name is Ubakeng Mutsamai from Communication and Marketing Unit in the Gauteng region. At UNISA, we've got like official sites that we use to communicate, and that's the UNISA website as well as the My UNISA website. And those are the two. My name is Ubakeng Mutsamai from Communication and Marketing Unit in the Gauteng region. And it's very important as a student that you read the notices on the My UNISA site, because it will just give you information on all the stuff that we communicate. And we also have our own what is this regional site, which is based on My UNISA. I will show you how to navigate to it after my presentation, and this is how it looks like currently. And we also have our Facebook page, our main Facebook page from UNISA. It's UNISA University of South Africa, so you can search for that on Facebook and just like it. Also our regional page as well, which is University of South Africa Gauteng Region. You can scan the QR code to like our Facebook page. This way we're going to put up all the important stuff for you, like our events, workshop schedules that will be loaded on our regional Facebook page. And remember, okay, then we also have our YouTube channel in the Gauteng region. It's called UNISA Gauteng Region. Also subscribe to that, and you'll find all the different videos from all the different events, workshops, and also tutorial classes that have taken place. That's where you'll be able to access all the different videos from the different services in the region. And our email address, if you want to communicate to us, would be gautengtl@unisa.ac.za. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to just quickly show you how to navigate to the Gauteng region site on my UNISA. Just going to escape those. This is how the website looks like. But if you go to the UNISA site, I'm just going to type that in quickly. UNISA.ac.za, you'll get to the corporate website. And on the corporate website, you'll go to My UNISA. Just click on that, and then you'll see these 4 buttons here. You'll go to the button that says Learner Support and Regions. Select that and go to Gauteng Region, and that's where our regional website is. And on there, you'll find all the important things, like all the services that we have. You can click on that. I'm not going to go through each and every one. The timetables that the tutorials will be loaded. Also download our e-brochure, and you can also read our highlights newsletter, and we've got a contact us page. And on the contact us page, it's got all the different centers that you can visit with their addresses and also email addresses in case you want to visit them. And important things, we've also got announcements of all the important events that are taking place. You can click on those to actually view the links and how to join them and so forth. I'm just going to quickly show you our Facebook page. This is how it looks like currently, and it's got all the different events and everything else on there. So probably like it, and you can get all the information on there. Our YouTube channel, currently this is how it looks like. It's called UNISA Gauteng Region. Please click the subscribe button so that you can get all the notifications of all the new videos that are loaded on a weekly basis. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Obakeng. Are there questions for Ms. Obakeng? Students? All right. It doesn't look like there are any questions. But however, let me just make this a last announcement. All our presentations are pre-recorded videos. It's only from the SFC and student funding who will be making live presentations. What's going to happen is we're going to play a video for those minutes. And then after that, we've got a 5 minutes Q&A for our students to engage with our presenters. Although it's pre-recorded videos, we do have the department's representatives in our midst. So after the video, we can actually take questions concerning the video that just played or the previous one. However, if you're unable to raise your hand or you're having technical issues, just type your question in the chat and then it will be responded to. Thank you so much. Let me just move on to the next presentations from counseling services. There's going to be a video played from Ms. Dipale. Colleagues?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to you all. My name is Masarame Dipale, a student counselor from VAL. I will be presenting on student counseling. One may ask, what is student counseling? Student counseling is the provision of free counseling and career guidance. It is one of the key support units in the university, which offers academic and personal student support. The service is provided by registered counselors and psychologists. Counseling services are available in all 5 centers in Gauteng region. That is Ekurhuleni, Florida, Johannesburg, Sunnyside, and Vaal. It is also available in other regions outside Gauteng. In the counseling unit, the student counselors are not working alone. We as well work with trainee career guidance practitioners. They are our interns. They focus on career guidance and other support services in the unit. We also have student mentorship. Student mentors are students which are being recruited to assist new registered students in adjusting to the ODEL learning. Other related services offered in the counseling unit. We offer career counseling and we offer therapeutic intervention or therapy. If the student is suffering from any mental health, be it stress and anxiety or post-traumatic stress disorder or grief and bereavement, then we provide therapeutic intervention, that is therapy. A student will make an appointment and a student counselor will provide counseling. If he or she is busy or she's committed at that time, then an appointment will be given to a student and therapy will be provided. Then if it's career counseling, a student counselor can still see the student, or he or she can refer the client or the student to a trainee career guidance practitioner. Other services include professional events. For instance, at times we have law event or psychology event, agriculture event, and you name them. So we give students, the feeling of what law is, what psychology is, or what agricultural profession is. So they will learn of different fields in law, different fields in psychology, agriculture, and the like. And what are the requirements for you to study those professions? Then we have community outreaches. Community outreaches is what we offer to the community, how we reach out to the community. Because the community, they are in need of us. They need our services. At times, we offer counseling to our community members. We assessments, we advise or we guide them on issues of gardening, food gardening. We go out and offer our services to other departments. That's our outreaches. For instance, currently we are having another outreach in Hammanskraal where we assist the community of Hammanskraal with a vegetable garden. Okay, thank you. And then we have mental health awareness campaigns. With mental health, we offer stress and anxiety workshops to our students. We do grief and bereavement. In case a student has lost a loved one, then we will give coping skills through grief and bereavement workshops. We also do life skills workshops. That is gender-based violence, how to report it, and the symptoms thereof. And then we also do study support workshops. That is how students can manage their time, how they can study in order to achieve at the end. We do different workshops on study skills and time management and the like. We also do student mentorship programs. That is, as I've explained earlier, we give students support. We don't want to see our students dropping off. So we ensure that the student mentors are there to encourage our first year student so that they can be able to meet their learning objectives. They can learn a skill on how to be successful so that they can complete their studies. Who are we assisting? We assist registered students who are with us, who have registered with UNISA. We assist prospective students because at times they come, they don't know which career to choose, they're frustrated and confused, then we guide them. We check their aptitude, we check their interest as we do career guidance, and then we can see that the student can do well with this career. And we also assist the exit level students, those who will be going out to the place of work, because we offer other workshops like job readiness and the like. And we do community, we also assist our communities, that is the school. And the organizations that we're working with. And one may ask, how do I reach out to students on different modes? That is telephonically, through emails, Teams, social media, and Zoom. Just listen, for instance, students do call our numbers and we respond. They send emails, respond accordingly. Their queries, we respond. And when we have workshops, we invite them through social media and they join our workshops. When a student is in need of therapy, no matter how far the student is, no matter the distance, we still offer teletherapy, where the student will make an appointment and a student counselor will see a client actually virtually, and therapy will take place. And who do we work with? We work with internal and external stakeholders. Our internal stakeholders is you students, it's UNISA colleges. Remember, we have different colleges in UNISA. The College of Agriculture, College of Law, College of Human Science. So we deal with them. When we have workshops, we invite these colleges so that they can come and present, so the student may know all these colleges and what is it that they offer. Yes, and we also do other outreaches, like with another college, Tirisano. So, yeah, this is what we are doing in our unit. We also collaborate with Abu Mama, Women's Forum of the University of South Africa. They're part of us. And then we also do we work with external stakeholders, like with TVET or with FETs, etc. And we work with our communities and different organizations within. So, fellow students, this is how you can contact us. As I've indicated earlier, that we have 5 regional centers. Each center has its own counseling head. That is, in Florida, we have Mr. Kagiso Mekwa, who works hand in hand with Ms. Gloria Sepula. In Ekurhuleni, we have Mr. Fatuani Makahani, who works with Ms. Khomotso Nyamakazi. In Johannesburg, we have Ms. Mama Shuma Boa, who works hand in hand with Mr. Monobisi May. In the Vaal, it's myself, Ms. Masara Medipale, who works with Ms. Sharon Tebele. And in Sunnyside, we have Dr. Pitwani, who works hand in hand with Ms. Diksha Lala. Then Bongi Monday, And lastly, then any questions? Thank you.
Right, thank you so much, Ms. Zipala, for that wonderful and amazing presentations about our services in the counseling unit. I will take questions also from YouTube as well. Colleagues, please assist with the YouTube questions. And if you do have a question, please raise your hand and your mic will be disabled. But let me start by apologizing. I was called to order way too fast for sign language interpreter. My apologies. I will try and slow down in this case. But however, colleagues, please assist me with questions, with hands, and then we can move on to the next presentations. Let me just check. Right, it doesn't look like we have questions at this point. We can move to the next presentation from one of the SRC members, Mr. Lushaba Siyabonga. Please indicate if you are in our midst so that I can give you the floor. Mr. Lushaba?
Hey, thanks, program director. Oh yes, I'm in the car. That's why my video won't be on. But firstly and foremost, I would like to greet my colleagues, everyone. My name is Siyabonga Lushaba, chairperson of the SRC in Greater Johannesburg. First of all, I would like to give a little bit intro of my council members. Some are also present here today. We'll start by the position of the chair, which is Mr. Siyabonga Lushaba speaking right now. The position of the deputy chair, which is currently vacant, waiting for the structure to deploy. And the position of the secretary, regional secretary, Ms. Bachobile Simelane, the deputy secretary, Posha Khatse, the regional treasurer, Mr. Pamandla Kumede, and we have the position of the ETO, Education and Training Officer, Ms. Liseho Masha, the position of sports, Ms. Sanelisiwe Siotula, the position of undergrad, we have Mr. Bayanda Ngwan, the position of postgrad, we have Mr. Victor Ramakwetsan. Thank you. Colleagues, what you should remember all the time is that SRC is your first friend at campus. If you are having problems, experiencing troubles, you should contact us. You shouldn't be scared to call us. Although you must not call us at wrong hours, maybe around 2 in the morning. Sometimes we get phone calls around 3 in the morning from students. I know the frustrations sometimes, but let's try to contact each other at least during the day, maybe in the morning until maybe latest it can be 9 or 10 at night, not after that, because we also need to rest, colleagues. Again, we need to use all the services at our disposal, which is given to us, like the tutorial classes, study labs, libraries, and so on and so on. I must highlight that UNISA caters for everyone, even students living with disability. They are catered for here at UNISA. All our facilities are conducive for everyone. Engage your SRC, call your SRC when it is necessary. Also, I want to caution you that it is not going to be an easy road. It's going to be a very, very bumpy road. What we are, this journey we are starting now, it's going to be very difficult. So you need to be prepared mentally, physically, and emotionally. Sometimes I know it's really it's gonna be really draining, but at the end of the day, you're going to thank yourself for getting that qualification. Again, for a fact that today you are here participating in this program, it means it is the first step to your future. It is the first step to the right direction. I would like to say welcome to UNISA. Enjoy this journey and don't forget the main purpose why you are here. You are here to study. You are here to get that qualification. Don't drop the ball. And lastly, I want to highlight that next year on 2023 March, I think from the 29th, my colleagues will correct me if I'm wrong, we're having SRC elections. And it's very important that all the students participate in this, because at the end of the day, you choose the leaders you want. You want leaders who will represent you when it is time you in need. Leaders who will represent you when you really need them. Colleagues, especially the new students, welcome to the University of the Land. Welcome to UNISA. Just spread the word about UNISA, that tell your friends who are not studying that they should also apply to come and also join us and be part of this journey. Welcome, colleagues. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lushaba Siyabonga, magnificent. Thank you so much for that clarity. Welcome to the University of South Africa, to the newly registered students. Of course, we'll take questions for Mr. Lushaba. Any questions from YouTube stream, post them in the chat. And we do have a question from Zakani, but I'm guessing this is referring to the previous presentation about counseling services. She's saying that she needs to know more about time management. She's struggling a lot, and with her studies, she really needs help. It is stressful, and she does not know what to do. Can I please give this question to Ms. Dipale? Ms. Dipale?
Thank you, Program Director. Okay, I'll indicate that we normally have workshops like this. And Zakani, you can call us or maybe make an appointment so that we can take you through, because we already had our time management, but we will have another one soon. Then we will let you know. But in the meantime, so that we don't waste your time, you can make an appointment, as I've indicated there. I've indicated my number, or you can just call 016 455 6305. Then we will take you through time management for your studies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dipale, for that. The number is 016 455 6305. That's for the VAL office. We do have another question from Mr. Lushaba, actually, from Witoko, who's saying that how can we contact the SRC members? Mr. Lushaba?
Oh, yes. If you go to my UNISA, I think on the UNISA website, there are contact details for all the SRC members in different regions, to be specific. But I can also share the contact details for all the SRC members in Johannesburg in particular. So I'll just share them on the chat box here.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lushaba. We can move on to the next presentation from Facilitation of Learning and Oxford by Ms. J. Pressman. Colleagues, please assist with the presentation. My apologies for that. Colleagues, can I just give you a minute to just project the presentation for the FOL and Oxford? Ms. Prisman, you are muted. There is no sound from my side. Ms. Prisman, if you can hear me, please go back to the first slide and then unmute. And then, yeah, press play. I think it will play for me. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Janine Triesman. I am a regional academic coordinator in the Gauteng region on the Sunday side campus. And I will be giving a presentation on the services offered in the facility. For our online tutorial classes, academic literacy workshop, and support students. So what is a tutorial class? This is a space where tutors and students come together on platform and they engage on the content model of the student. Is the aim of the service? It is to make
Ms. Prisman, I'm losing you. Your connectivity is challenging on your side. Maybe you can allow Ms. Dixit to just share the presentation since now it's projected on the screen.
Can you now hear the sound?
Dixit, please unmute so you can hear the sound.
Seem to be struggling with the connectivity.
Yeah, she is actually struggling with connectivity. Dixit, please indicate if you can hear us with a thumbs up, and then you can just project on your side. My apologies, colleagues. Let's just give her a minute or two. In the meantime, let me just announce that we do have a time management workshop coming. Not sure, but it's sometime next week, on the 8th of August. On the 8th of August, which is hosted by Equity, but it's also from counseling, of course. And then this is where you can actually get all the structures on how to study, how to manage your time, how to actually not miss assignments, and how to prepare for exams as well. So I do encourage students to please register for the upcoming workshops on the pamphlet shared in the chat box, so that it allows you to be aware as to when the workshop is happening. The nice thing about the counseling offers that we always send reminders the morning of the event. So once you register, you have no reason whatsoever to miss the workshop, unless if it's data issues. But however, let me check with my colleagues how they are coming along with the presentations from their side.
I'm going to try again now.
Please, when you share, just unmute from your side so that we can hear your sound.
Sorry.
when you share your screen, the presentation, just unmute from your side so that we can be able to hear the sound.
So, can you hear it?
Not yet.
Okay, it is unmuted from my side, so I don't know.
Maybe you can just proceed and then you just elaborate on the presentation.
Sorry?
There we
Okay.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Good morning. My name is Janine Triesman. I am a regional academic coordinator in the Gauteng region on the Sunnyside campus, and I will be giving a presentation on the services offered in the facilitation of learning. The services we offer are online tutorial classes, academic literacy workshops, and also support to students who are differently abled. So what is a tutorial class? This is a space where tutors and students come together on an online platform and they engage on the content of a particular module that the student has enrolled for. What is the aim of this service? It is to make the learning experience easy and exciting, as well as to support students in their study journey. So how do you join a tutorial class? First, you enroll for the modules that you want to have tutorial classes in. You go to my UNISA and on www.unisa.ac.za. Then each student is allowed to register a maximum of 4 modules available in a center. The tutorials will be offered via an online platform, and we make use of the MS Teams platform. Recordings and slides will be shared with the students of the classes if they so request. This is a service that is free of charge. What are the steps to enroll for a tutorial class? First, you log into My UNISA with your student details. You click on My Admin. Then you click on Student Admin drop-down list. You select Enroll for Learning Tutor Classes. You click on Enroll next to the module that you want to take. Then click on the center name and you select the center name and then you submit. You repeat the process until you have selected all your modules on the list of maximum 4 modules. The tutorial schedule and the timetable. Our classes are normally scheduled on Saturdays between 8 and 4 p.m. as well as on weekdays after 4 p.m. so that we can accommodate employed students. Sometimes there can be another arrangement made between the tutor and the student. Our next service that we offer is academic literacies, or as we call it, ACALIT. Now, what are academic literacies? This is a program where there is a facilitator who guides the students on the basic and general content as per their field of study. Students assisted on how to improve academic reading and writing and how to engage their studies. So what is the purpose of this program? It is to equip students with the necessary academic skills to become independent students. It is to enable students to understand academic language used in their specific college or modules, and to equip students with theoretical knowledge for the preparation of the labour market. What do we offer in these programs for undergraduate students? We have, for the undergraduate students, we offer reading and writing, as well as quantitative literacy. In the reading and writing, it is about the academic reading and writing skills that students are taught and helped with. The quantitative literacy are numeracy skills for students who are registered for all the modules with numbers and calculations, for example, mathematics, statistics, etc. There are workshops. We offer workshops as well as one-on-one consultations for the students with the facilitator. We also offer accolade services for our postgraduate students, and that is to capacitate those students who are studying honours degrees, postgraduate diplomas, masters and doctoral degrees with their research skills. There are also workshops offered for them, and the workshops focus on things like doctoral proposal writing, research methodology, research instruments, sample and sample size, and etc. There are other topics as well. The workshops are offered as scheduled by staff members and the facilitators. The student can also request a one-on-one consultation with the facilitator if there are specific issues that they need clarity on. Facilitators are available weekdays and on Saturdays. So how do you access your schedules for tutorial classes as well as accolade workshops? These schedules are all available on My UNISA. So first you click on My UNISA. Then you click on Students, Support and Regions. You click on Tutorial Schedules. And then you click on Gauteng and the drop-down arrow and choose a centre. Gauteng has 5 centres, Sunnyside, Johannesburg, Florida, Ekurhuleni and Vaal. So you can choose one of those centres. You click then on the centre and all the workshop details will be explained there, and you will see the times of the workshops. The invite or the link will also be shared on your My Life email address. So students are booked for those classes and you will receive an email on your My Life email to give you the invite as well as the link to the workshops as well as the tutorial classes. There is also an example of the link below. Okay, the range of support services. A range of support services is the My UNISA and My Life email. It's vitally important that you ensure that you are registered for your My UNISA and that your My Life email is working. The My Life email and My UNISA are the ways that the university communicates with you. So be certain that those things are functioning and working. If you have any problems with them, please contact our computer labs so that our digital learning advisors can help you to sort out the problems so that is working for you. We also have then the tutorial services. We have a library. We have the academic literacy workshop. There's obviously the lecturers as well that you can contact for content knowledge of your modules. You receive study guides to use for your studies. You receive tutorial letters in which the lecturers will guide you regarding how to do your assignments and what your assignments will be. There will also be videos. You will receive a year planner, and there's also counseling available. As I've indicated, for the tutorial services as well, if the class has run, we record those classes, and the slides that the tutor has used in the tutorial class will also be made available to you, as well as recording on request. As indicated, the Gauteng region has 5 campuses or centres, which is on Sunnyside, Florida, Ekurhuleni, Johannesburg, and Vaal. Now we're going to look at our students who are differently abled. The aim of the services for differently abled students is as follows: to create an environment where students who are differently abled will have full participation and equal opportunities with regards to teaching and learning. It's to create an environment where students will feel comfortable to disclose how they are differently abled and provide us with their specific needs for support. It is important that if you are in any way differently abled, and if you indicate that on your registration form, that you do indicate that you provide us with that information, so that we are then able to provide you with additional support that you might need. If you do not indicate, we are unable, obviously, to provide that support, and we would really like to support you. Which services do we offer, and how can they be accessed? Okay. For differently abled students, you can request staff at the registration points to assist you with the completing of application forms and the application for fee reduction. There's a form for that as well. A special assistance form is available if you require any special support services, which you will submit then at registration. To check if the special assistance form has reached us, please contact your regional centre where you submitted, for example, Sunnyside, Florida, Vaal, Johannesburg, or Ekurhuleni, so that we can follow up and see what is going on. Being differently abled may also qualify you for a Department of Labour bursary, which is based on your income. Our ARC Suite department, which is our advocacy and resource centre for students with disabilities, can assist to motivate for assistive devices. You can also contact the region so that we can put you in contact with these people that can assist you. Based on the individual needs, students could receive study guides and tutorial letters in Braille or in large print or in electronic or audio format. Requests for electronic versions of prescribed books from publishers can also be done. Advice on low vision devices can also be provided to students who are partially sighted, as well as orientation and mobility training that is also provided and available as well at the regions. Sign language interpretation services and basic sign language classes can be offered to our deaf students. You can contact the regional centre for more clarity on that. Special equipped computer labs for differently abled students are also available at the Gauteng regional centres. And for more information, you can contact the relevant centres. There are computers in those labs that have special software, and some special hardware computers are there as well that students who are differently able can use. All of these services are available at the 5 centres that I have named. And we ask you to please contact the people at the regional centres in those 5 centres. For any questions that you have, any clarity that you would like to get, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Prisman. Before I take any questions, let me just start by apologizing to Ms. Denise Prisman. And the reason why we have pre-recorded videos is to avoid this kind of glitches in the morning. But however, what occurred earlier on was definitely unseen. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation, Ms. Prisman. And we do have a question for you in the chat box from Lebohang Beauty. She's asking, what if then the learning centers offered are too far from where you are living? Is there a way to have that class visual? Ms. Kristen?
Can you just repeat? My connection is really not very well.
Okay, the question, although it's posted in the chat, I'll just read it out loud.
Okay.
If then the learning centers offered are too far from where you are living, is there a way to have a visual class?
Is there a way to have a
visual class, to attend the class visually?
Okay, to be physically in a class, is that what you mean? That's what the student, is that what you mean?
Yes, the student says, what if now, like you've mentioned that we've got 5 centers, right? Maybe the
Yes.
student is in the Val, but they stay too far from the center.
Yeah.
Is there a way to attend the class online?
Yes, yeah. All our classes that we offer for the tutorials, as well as for the accolade, all the workshops and so on, everything is online at the moment. So what will happen is if the student has enrolled for the module that they would like the tutorial classes for, they will get that when they go to the on my UNISA. They will see which modules they can enroll for. And then if they've enrolled, what we then do is we draw a list of the names of those students, and we then send invites to those students with the link for the online class. So the student will receive that. So it's very important that the student must ensure that they have enrolled for on the tutorial enrollment platform, that we can draw their information. So currently there are no face-to-face classes. So everything is virtual and online. So it doesn't matter where you are. Just ensure that you are enrolled for the tutorials, and then you will automatically then receive the link and the schedule and everything, that you can know when to attend the classes, and then you can just do it online. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that response. I hope Lebogang is answered as well. And I can see that our colleagues are assisting with responding to the questions in the chat box. There was a hand from Mr. Lushaba. I'm not sure if ever he still wants to ask this question, and then we can proceed to the next presenter. Mr. Lushaba, are you sorted?
Yes, I am sorted. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much again, Ms. Prisman, for that wonderful presentation. We are moving on to technology-enhanced learning, a presentation by Mr. B. Lamau. Colleagues, please assist. Ms. Khomaton, please assist with sharing the presentation. My apologies for that, colleagues. Few minutes, there we go. Yeah, thank you.
Good morning, students, and welcome to UNISA second semester student orientation. Thank you for choosing us, and we promise that you'll get value for your money. The session focus for today will be getting started with my UNISA, My Modules, and My Life. Now, what is My Life and what is My UNISA? My UNISA is your official portal for study-related information, whereby you're going to access your assignment, whereby you're going to access your study materials. You can also download the study materials you want in there. Now, My Life is your official UNISA email account for all communications with the university. The My Life email account can take up to 48 hours to be created once you've registered on My UNISA. This is My UNISA interface. After logging in with your student number and a password, you'll be able to see My Modules 2022, My Modules 2021, and My Admin. Now, what is the different portals? My Modules 2022 will show up and will contain all the information or study related information for students who are registered for 2022. Now, My Modules 2021 will have the information for students who registered in 2021 and still wants to check their exam results in there, or students who have graduated and want to check their information. Now, the My Admin has got administrative portal, and you can update your personal information. You can also check your academic information in there. Now, the module official versus group or e-tutor. What is an official site? What is an e-tutor site? Or what is a group site? The official site, that's where you'll be able to access your official study materials. You'll be able to also submit your assignment. Now, the e-tutor site, you can use that site to communicate with your e-tutor and student allocate on your student allocated group. Now, how are you going to differentiate between the official site and the e-tutor? Most of the e-tutor sites, the modules will have letter E at the end. For example, if you have course 3701 17 S1, then you'll have again another module with the same code with the E at the end. Meaning e-tutor. Now, the group sites, some modules such as EUP 1501, SJD 1501, BPT 1501 will have the group sites where students are divided into groups, with each student having unique assignment. The group sites will also be your e-tutor sites. In most of the time, on the groups side, on these modules, you're going to write portfolio instead of sitting for the normal examinations. Now, on My Admin site tools, students will be able to see the academic records for all your courses that you've registered previously. Confirm your biographical details. You can also change your contact details in there and update your addresses. You'll be able to change your My UNISA password. You can edit your registration during that registration period. You can also check your financial details, parcel tracking, if you have chosen courier, and you can also draw up your study fees quotation. My Modules dashboard. After logging in on your My UNISA, you'll come up to My Modules. Now on My Modules dashboard, once you click on My Modules, the system on UNISA will list all the modules that we've registered for that academic year. Now this will show the module sites. Lectures official sites will have announcements from your lectures, the activities that student needs to do, the assignment submissions, official study material, the prescribed study materials, discussion forums for all registered students. If you look clearly on the left-hand side, you'll also see the assessment, the number of assessments that you have. Assessment 1, 2, 3, 4. It depends on the modules, on how many assessments for that module. The prescribed study material. That's where you need to click to check if you have the prescribed study material that you need to purchase or not. The official study materials will list all the study material that you need to download to have, the tutorial letters, course view assignments, assignment feedback, study guides, past exam papers where available. These announcements. Students are asked to check their announcements regularly for course information. Online assignments or quiz activities. These are written or online quiz conducted online. You don't need to type anything. Now the uploading of the assignments. The uploading of the assignments completed offline and document uploaded in a PDF format. It means in this format you need to have Microsoft Word on your system. It can be a laptop or a personal computer. Then you type and convert that assignment into a PDF format, then we'll be able to submit online. How do you access your MyLife email account? The accessing of the MyLife email account, this is where you need to click on MyLife email account. Then it will give you the screen whereby you're going to put in your email address. Your email address starts with your student number at mylife.unisa.ac.za. Then after that, you click on next. Then you'll enter your My UNISA password. This is a screen that you'll have after successfully entering your email address and My UNISA password. Then you'll be able to see the information from the lectures from the university relating to your studies for that particular year. Now, your MyLife is a Microsoft 365 account. This is another way of logging into MyLife by typing https://office.com. The university has given each student an Office 365 license, whereby a student will be able to download and install all the information on the system. You can download this on your laptop, on your personal computer, or on your mobile devices. With regard to My Life email, on your smartphone, you can download Outlook and set up the email there so that you can have the email on your device, like you have your Gmail. So this will be to your advantage to see the communication from the university time and again. The Microsoft Teams will enable you to connect to the university in terms of workshops, online meeting with the lectures, and so forth. For contact with the lab people or the DLAs, digital learning advisors, we have all these branches: Sunnyside, Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, Florida, and Vaal. You can have all this information so that if you have problems, you can contact one of the DLAs. Thank you for listening, and thank you once again for choosing us. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Lamau, for that presentation, because it also serves as one of the engines as how to operate UNISA as a whole. But he isn't in our midst for questions. Let me just take the first question from Ricardo. Please unmute and ask your question. Ricardo, you can unmute. Your mic has been disabled. It looks like there's a challenge there. But however, let me move into the chats. There is a question from Tsakani Tracy, who's asking, how do I get access to my group site? Mr. Lamau, did you get the...
Yes, I'm here. I'm going to respond to student. In terms of how do students get to the group site, you get to the group site obviously on My UNISA. If the student has registered and have password on My UNISA, then you can go in there and get to the group site. Now, how will you see that this is a group site? As I've mentioned, that you'll have two one modules appearing twice. For example, as I mentioned about that course 1702 or 1701, and the course, the one that is group site will have E at the end. It means you simply having your teacher or your e-tutor online. Everything that you need to ask, you can go in there and be able to ask your e-tutor. But if students have some difficulties in getting through that, you can go or visit your nearest computer labs, as I've mentioned, those offices. The DLS will be able to respond to or to help on that matter.
Right, thank you so much, Mr. Lamau, for that response. I'm not sure if whether Ms. Ubakeng is still in our midst. There was a question sent to my emails. They are asking about the Yamba, and which was one of the apps in Office 365. Ms. Ubakeng, would you mind just clarifying that for us? Ms. Ubakeng, are you still with us? All right, and let's give her some time to respond later on. Before I do anything else, let me just hand over to my colleague, Ms. Gloria Sepula. I'm sure she's connected right now. She's the one who's going to be taking me over up until to the last part of the program. Ms. Doria, are you ready to take over?
Yes, Sharon, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Sharon. I will take on the baton from here. And I will be with you, colleagues and students, until the end of the program. My name is Gloria Sepula, also from Student Counseling. So without any waste of time, next on our program, we have a presentation. It's a pre-recorded presentation by Mr. Mulapise from Library Services. Ms. Nyamagazi, can you assist us with uploading the presentation, please?
Good day, ladies and gents. My name is Moses Malapisi. I will be representing Gauteng Libraries UNISA. Let me begin by saying that we have library at Ekurhuleni. We also have library at Johannesburg. We do also have library at Sunnyside in Pretoria. We do provide the following services. We provide lending services. We do library trainings. We also provide a request a literature search service. We also do research support service. We also have access to the library commons. Students can have access to the library commons. We also provide services for students living with disabilities. Lending services include the following. We do borrow students' books. After they have used the books, students can return them or they can opt to renew them if they're still using those books. Remember that every book that goes out of the library, it is a due date. You must return the book at that particular due date. If you are still using that book, please make sure that you renew that book. We have different types of collection. We have a study collection, prescribed collection, postal collection. We do have audiovisual collection, and we also have archival collection, which is available at the main library. We have the UNISA library catalog, and we use the library catalog to search for information in various formats. The format can be print or it can also be electronic. The UNISA library catalog helps us to find prescribed or recommended books. You can also have access to journals, which are also called periodicals. They are also available in the print or electronic format. You can also have access to online resources. For an example, databases, e-books, e-journal, e-dissertation, and thesis. Here is the library website. You can see all the services that are available on this website. We do also literature search and research support. If you need additional information for your assignment or for your research topic, you can request a literature search from us by completing a literature search form available on the library website. You can also get research support from the personal librarians. At the library commons, students can use the library catalog. They can also have access to my life and my UNISA. They can do their assignments. There's an internet which is available for academic purposes. We do offer training. We provide basic search training. We also help students to find online journals using that training. We also do introduction to reference works. Services for students with special needs. We offer limited devices to students with special needs. Devices or library materials that are not available at the branches are obtainable from the main library by requesting the library, by using the library catalog, or you can use the email. The requested information will be delivered at the preferred address. If you want to contact us, here are our contact details: Sunnyside branch contact, the telephone numbers, the physical address, and the email. And you also have Johannesburg branch contacts. And lastly, you have Ekurhuleni branch contacts. I would like to thank you for attending this session. For further information, please, you are most welcome to visit these branches. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation from Library Services. If there's any questions, you can post them on the chat. Library Services staff are also with us in here, and they will respond to all the questions that are on the chat. I don't know if there's any question. I'm not seeing any question on the chat, which is directly directed to Library Services. And I ask that our other colleagues, they help with answering some of the questions that are on the chat. I see that there's still some questions that still need some answers. Maybe we can also just refer them to relevant people or departments where they can get assistance. Next on the program, we have Ms. Maupe Penyenge from Student Funding. She's going to do a live presentation for us. Ms. Maupe, if you are ready.
The program director, my hand is up. Can I be noted, please?
I do apologize for that, sir. I did not see your hand. You can go ahead and open your mic.
Yes, thank you. No, it's just a clarity-seeking question about the library issues, because there are students who come to in Florida to drop the books, and when they get there, they will be told that they must go and drop the books in Gandhi or Folks, because there is no drop box in Florida. I don't understand what is happening, what is the situation in that regard, because the student can't drive all the way from Florida to Joburg. Petrol is very expensive, and some can't use taxis. Taxis are very expensive. So maybe we should have something, or a place or a drop box there in Florida whereby students can return the books without being charged extra costs. Because some of them, they're even struggling to access their results because of that. Can they please, whoever is in charge, try to sort that one out? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Malise, if you are here, can you please just maybe give some information regarding that concern?
Thank you, colleague. Yes, I've noted that concern. I will investigate and actually speak to the manager at Florida, but I can confirm to the student that the reason why there's such a arrangement is because the Florida Library was going through renovations. Actually, it was closed for services. That is why, hence, the students are requested to return books at other the nearest branches. So it's a question of if the library is ready for operation, the students will be able to deliver those books at Florida. But in the meantime, I hear the students, we can check alternative arrangement in the meantime, where the student, they don't have to drive to other branches based on those concerns of transport and so on. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Malapise. Mr. Mbuka, I saw your hand was up. I don't know if you wanted to add on to what Mr. Malapise is saying.
Yes, thanks, Chair. I wanted to say two things. One, that Florida Library is not part of the regional branch library. That is why I'm sure the leadership saw on Mr. Mlapi's presentation, that when we talk about our branch libraries in Gauteng, we're referring to libraries in Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, and Sunnyside. But having said that, exactly what Mr. Mlapisi has said, Florida Library was closed for renovation. But as of this morning, I'm in one of the branches today. I have information that there is an office, the manager of the library in Florida has opened a small office in Florida, and students are able to return books there. So I'll just check with the manager so that I get the office number where students are able to drop off the books, and then I'll post it on the chat. Thanks, Chair.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mbutwe. There's also information from Ms. Pitseng saying that the Florida Library is on NB Pityana, first floor. You can return your books there. So for people that want to drop their books in Florida, there is an office which is open on the first floor of NB Pityana. You can check on the chat and maybe just screenshot that message from Ms. Pitseng. It will assist for those who want to drop. There's also a telephone number also on the chat which has been shared for people who want to drop the books or just needing information regarding library services at Florida. The number has been shared for the library manager. Please take note of the number. For those who are not able to see the chats, the number is 011-471-2826. I repeat, 011-471-2826. Thank you so much, colleagues from Library Services. We will now move on to student funding with Ms. Maupi Pengenge. Ms. Pengenge, if you are ready, the floor is yours, ma'am. Ms. Maupi, are you here? Okay, colleagues, I'm not getting anything regarding Ms. Maupi. I will suggest that we move to the next speaker. We will come back to Ms. Maupi. We'll check with her. Maybe she's just having connectivity problems. So next up on our program, we have Ms. Sinono from Student Administration. It's also a pre-recorded presentation, but the colleagues are also here with us. So if there's any questions, please write them on the chat or raise your hand. We'll take the questions then. Thank you, Ms. Nyamakazi. You can go ahead with the presentation.
A very good morning, colleagues. I don't know whether it's the one that has been pre-recorded or Ms. Nyamakazi, you will identify with me if I'm incorrect.
This one is not the pre-recorded one, so you can do the live presentation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, colleagues. Welcome to, I would love to welcome our students who are registering with UNISA for the very first time in this second semester. My name is Abongile Sinono, and I'm from Student Admissions and Registrations. I am currently residing in Ekurhuleni, UNISA Davidton campus. So I would love to unfold some of the things that are a big highlight from Student Admissions and Registration side. Next slide, Umuzo. Our services are as follows. We have student advice. We have student admin advisors who will advise you in terms of all your curriculum choices, your modules that you love to register, applications, registrations, cancellation and addition of modules. We do assist you to get your academic record, your statement of credits, the finances, dispatch counter, student funding, examination timetable and results, defamation of exam, exam recheck, remark, purchase of scripts, assignments, and credit or exemptions. We do have colleges. Some people call them faculties, but at UNISA we call them colleges.
We have College of Accounting Science, College of Economics and Management Sciences. We've got College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. We have College of Education, College of Human Science, College of Law, College of Graduate Studies, College of Science, Engineering and Technology, and College of Masters. We have Masters and Doctorate. And we also have their email addresses where you can contact them. Now, registration in your curriculum. This is very, very important. After you have you've been granted admission to be a UNISA student, you've accepted your offer and you choose to register at UNISA, please go online on our website, check the registration dates, the minimum payment fees, seek for quotation. You can get a quotation online, you can do it on your own. This is very important. Please check your curriculum on time before you register and read the rules that are in each and every curriculum. Let's all remember, you are only allowed to register 5 modules per semester, which is made up of 60 credits per semester. 10 modules a year, which makes up to 120 credits per year. So it is very, very important that we adhere to these rules. Otherwise, your registration will be delayed in terms of being activated on the system. We have compulsory modules when we have elective modules. Compulsory modules are modules that it's a must for you to do. You must register them and pass them. Elective modules are modules where you will be asked, choose from group A or group B, and make sure when you choose those electives, you choose electives according to what the rule says on your curriculum. And also, if you have year modules, please double check your year modules. Please read and find out whether is it a practical module. Is this a practical module? And how will I be assessed by the end of this year on this module? This is very important. For people who want to change qualifications, let's say for an example, you want to switch on from qualification 1 to qualification to the other qualification, please apply online to change qualifications. Applications are open August, September this year for 2023. Next slide, chromosome. And as 2022 registrations, we had 2 registration periods. We had semester 1 and semester 2. Please, let's use our online platform when we are registering. Let's use My UNISA, and also you can go online to the UNISA website. It is very, very important. Check what is blocking your registration. For some of you, you might be requested to bring original documents. We might be requested to bring some documents which we were supposed to submit during application period, and maybe you didn't submit those documents. You are kindly requested that you double check what is blocking your registration, and we will assist you at student admin in any UNISA branch. Of course, we opened registration from the 20th of June. We closed it on the 18th of July. Right now, registration is closed, and the minimum payment was the due date was 31st of July. So let's check also the registration errors, the prerequisites and core requisites. Those are some of the errors that you will encounter. Sometimes it will say you have registered for too many modules. This one goes back to what I was told you, that it is you are strictly bounded to register 5 modules per semester, 10 a year. Sometimes it will indicate that final year total weight is not enough. It means that you've indicated that you're a final year student, whereas you are not. Next slide. Update your personal information. This is very important. During registration time, please update your personal information before you submit or pay for your registration fee. This helps with so many things. 1, for courier or postal address, if it has changed, update it immediately. Your cell phone number for university to contact you and send you some updated like events or SMSs that are regarding changes to certain things that concerning your studies. We use your cell phone number. Change of surname, change of names, change of ID number or passport number. We also assist students living with disabilities in terms of any extra assistance that they might need. Remember, we can all acquire disability along the way, so please indicate. It helps us indicate so that we assist you and support you during this time. Indicate the type of disability that you have and the other resources that you might require. Next slide. I'm just showing you here how to register online. You can do it online or you can do it via My UNISA. Next slide. Yes, this is where you must find your qualification and choose your modules according to the colleges that we have. Online registration, that's where you can start and get some quotation too. Those are the steps on how to register online. This is where you start to register online. Please check the due dates, because at the moment we still have students who registered online, but they haven't paid their study fees. This is very important. There you go. This is where you get your rules. You click on your relevant qualification that you are admitted for, and then you read the rules. This is where the important part that you must read. Please do not form your own curriculum. That will complicate things by the end of the year. Please read the rules of a curriculum and adhere to selecting modules. As I've indicated previously, we have what we call prerequisites. Prerequisite means if a module A is a prerequisite for module B, you must pass module A before you register for module B. Core requisite means you must then register for both modules simultaneously. So please, these are some of the rules that we've discovered that students omit, and this is very, very important when you select your modules. Study material delivery method, we have courier, we have over-the-counter in any UNISA campus. This is also very important when you register. Please select the option study material delivery method of your choice. It's courier, over-the-counter, only on my and also available on my UNISA. Please, whilst you're still waiting for your hard copies to be delivered to you, or for you to get hard copies from any UNISA regional center, please log on to my UNISA immediately when your payment has been finalized and your registration has been finalized. Please go to my UNISA and start studying. Don't wait for your hard copies to be delivered. Read your tutorial letter 101. For some, if you only have access to online platform, which is only my UNISA, go to the announcements for the relevant module. You will get all the due dates for the assignments. Non-NDPs, which is non-degree purpose modules. Why? It is very important for those who are coming from other tertiary institutions who would love to register with UNISA, but only to do certain modules with UNISA, which is you are allowed only to do 2 to 4 modules for undergrad. Please apply right now online to complete a degree or diploma at another tertiary institution. We need a permission letter indicating UNISA modules and your academic record from the previous institution. Then we will assist you from there. Student policies and rules. This is a student responsibility. Please go online to the UNISA website. You will see the UNISA rules for students. We have assignment rules, examination rules. Let's adhere to POPI Act. And one of the things that we have discovered in the past years, that students still want to submit assignments on a hard copy. We are no longer, remember, we are an open distance e-learning institution. We are no longer allowed to submit hard copy assignments. Please adhere to the due dates for assignments. Examination rules. One of the things that have been highlighted mostly by exam department is students are cheating, and there's too much plagiarism that is going on both on assignments and examination, especially those who have take-home exam. You can discuss as a group, but when you have to respond to assignment questions, please do it individually. Plagiarism is a serious offense. It can lead you to being academically excluded and being suspended to register in any university. Please, let's adhere to UNISA examination rules. If you cannot write your exam for whatever reason, be it you are sick, be it it's where you have other commitments that are work related, please apply for deferment of exam. We are going to give you another date for another exam period. But all this, it is provided by your lecturers responsible for those modules, depending on how you will be assessed on that modules. Let's adhere to POPI Act. Let's not ask our sisters and brothers and request academic records on your behalf. This is against POPI Act. We need you as a student who is registered with us. You'll be the one who must contact us at first hand. And pass at least 4 modules per year. Let's also go back to student accounts. Please check the due dates for payment. Get other payment methods other than going to the banks. If you want a refund, maybe you've paid more, seek for refund. If you're still not familiar with paying online, we will assist you how to pay online. The UNISA banking details are available on the UNISA website. That's what I was talking about, adhering to UNISA payment. Remember, if you are not sticking to the UNISA payment due dates, we are going to financially suspend your studies. Financial suspension doesn't mean that we are excluding you completely, but it's an indication that you have exceeded the date. The date has come and you have reached it and you haven't paid the university. So the university will suspend some admin facilities like getting your academic record, getting your exam results, getting your assignment results. And this doesn't mean that you won't be admitted to write your exam. You will be admitted to write your exam, but if you're still owing the university, you won't get your exam results or academic record or a proof of registration. Those are the due dates. I just want you to see the due dates. Like for an example, right now, second semester due date for those who didn't pay full study fees is the 15th of August. The next date will be the 11th of November. Those are the dates that we have. Once you owe the university up to December, you won't get your October, November exam results. So please, let's adhere to the dates that are reflecting on the financial statement. Cancellation of modules. The last date, please, before you cancel, let's stick to 2 things. Seek help first. Get an advice before you cancel a module online. Do not share your passwords, your My Life password or your My UNISA passwords, and then all of a sudden, whoever that you are sharing it omit a mistake and cancel your module on the system. Then you discover that it was cancelled. You were not the one cancelled it. Please, let's stick to the dates. Cancellation of modules for semester 2, it's 31 August 2022. Regardless of when you cancel a semester module, you will forfeit the minimum payment. Full payment forfeited after this date, 31 August. Let's stick to it. You don't cancel a day before the exam and you say, I want to cancel a module. You will forfeit the full payment. Application for credits. Application for exemption or credits. It is strictly done online on My UNISA during first and second semester registration period. Unfortunately, you are not allowed to request for credits after registration. Please submit all the relevant documents, your academic record from your previous institution, your code of conduct, and your syllabus. This will help. Unfortunately, our credits are not done overnight. It takes 6 to 8 weeks for you to get feedback of your credits once you have applied for them. Common mistakes that students do, that they do, especially when they communicate with us at student admin. We have discovered that students are using private email addresses. Please use the My Life email address and make sure that on your subject and your email, you put your student number and stick to the point. Please, if you're saying, I'm struggling with 1, 2, 3, stick to the point. This helps us so that we assist you as soon as possible. And please do not send to many of us. Maybe you send to 21 staff members who are working at student admin. This delays other student responses regarding their inquiries to that they are sending online. Let's also adhere to POP. Do not share your My Life or My Life or My UNISA email password. Please do not share it. For those who still want to visit our UNISA campuses, student admin, please book. There is the booking link. For those who still want to visit us, want to talk to us face to face, want to see our student admin advisors, that is the booking link that we have. These are our contact details on UNISA regional offices. As I've indicated earlier, I'm coming from Ekurhuleni campus, which is situated in Davidson, but we do have Florida, Val, Johannesburg, and we have also Gauteng TL, which you can contact. I thank you. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Sinono. Is there any questions? Okay, I'm seeing there are questions on the chat, but then they have been responded to. If there's still any questions that are not answered or are not responded to, I'm requesting that the colleagues please just help us with responding to those questions. I'm not seeing any hands, so I will assume that we are good to continue to our next speaker. Okay, there is a concern from students. I don't know if one of our colleagues would like to maybe respond. The concern is IRIS is failing us as students when it's time for exams. Sometimes it freezes or not responding when submitting the final exam paper. I don't know if there's anyone who can help us, Mr. Lemau, with the IRIS app that the students are using for their exams.
Hi, Tlo.
Mr. Lemau?
Yes, I'm here. In terms of iris freezing, I'll suggest that students check the specification for the machine that the iris needs to be installed on from the tutorial letter 101. If that is not, if that fails, then student also need to check whether that's the correct version of the iris that they are installing on the system. And again, installing iris well on time helps a lot. It's just to do those configuration, then it will be okay.
Thank you, Mr. Lemau. Ms. Sinono, if you are still here, I'm seeing on the chat there is a student who asked a question about registering for 3 modules. The student has been responded to, but I would just like you maybe to also talk about academic exclusion, maybe the dangers of registering less modules and not being able to pass all of them in a year, the impact it can have, and maybe just explain the issue of academic exclusion for our students.
Thank you for the question, Gloria. For any, this goes back to the rules that I was talking about. As a student, you are allowed to register 5, but you can register less than 5, but not less than 3. So it is advisable, take modules according to your capacity or according to the way you know that you will cope. Remember, some people are not used to the e-learning environment. So if at least you register 3 modules, make sure you pass those 3 modules. Otherwise, you will be academically excluded. That will result in you maybe being asked to do a 1-year program which contains 120 credits in order for you to compare. Remember, UNISA is a university just like any other universities. If you are not performing academically, it means you are not fit to be a UNISA student. So it is advisable. If you have registered for 5, at least pass 4. On your first year as a first-year student. If you have registered the minimum of 3, pass all the 3 so that you don't face the problem when registration comes. This is a very long process. At some point, you might be requested maybe to appeal. If things go according to your favor, you might be asked to come back, but there will be certain documents that will be requested from you. We will need to know why you couldn't cope with your studies. What support can we give you as the institution? Do you want counseling? Do you want some help from us in terms of choosing your modules? Or maybe you've chosen something that you are no longer interested in, because that also happens. We are here to assist you, but really academic exclusion, it is there. That is why I said, please, let's read the rules. Let's read the rules. Thank you. I hope I've answered.
Thank you, Miss Sinono, loud and clear. To our students, if there's anything that you have missed, the workshop is being recorded. My colleagues have shared a link that you can use to go and check it on YouTube. So you can still go back to check if there's links or contact numbers or due dates that you think you might need to recheck. So you can go back to the video and recheck. I'm seeing there's a hand here. I'm not sure who the hand is from. Can someone just help me?
I saw it's from Mr. Mashinini Elias, is one of our student admin advisors. I think you will also assist.
Okay, Mr. Mashinini, you can go ahead, sir. Mr. Mashinini, you can unmute your mic.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I am not sure what is happening with Mr. Mashinini's mic. Maybe it's a bad connection.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Mashinini. Yes, we can hear you. You can go ahead.
Thank you, Program Director. I just wanted to add on what Sinan was saying. Students are not compelled based on their financial implication to register 5 modules in a semester. So we are saying that they've got an obligation to 120 credits, which is 10 modules in a year. But remember that some students are paying for themselves and they are unable to meet the requirement of the financial obligation. So what we are saying is that they must read. If you are a first-year student, you need to pass at least 36 credits to remain as a student. If you are a second-year student, you need to pass 60 credits to remain as a student. But in a nutshell, whereby we say it's compulsory for them to take 5 in semester 1, 5 in semester 2. No, it's not compulsory because it depends with their financial means. So, but what is very critical here is that they must look in their first year of study that they retain 36 credits. In their second year of study, they retain 60 credits. Then they will stay as students in. Remember that for a 3-year degree, you've got a maximum of 8 years to complete that degree. For a 4-year degree, you've got a maximum of 10 years to complete the degree. Unless you want to complete your degree within a record time, you can take then 10, 10, 10. But remember that we're still looking also with their financial implication. So I submit on that.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mashinini. That was loud and clear. I'm sure the students had that and understood it. We have a question on the chat. It says, can I register for annual year starting from 2023? I'm not sure if the colleagues understand the question. Colleagues, would you like to respond to the question now, or will you respond to it on the chat?
I can respond.
Okay, Ms. Sinono, you can go ahead.
Mr. Mashinini will add. For annual, I'm not sure whether he's trying to say they would love to register both semesters at once, or, but I will answer maybe both ways. If you would love in 2023 to register both semesters beginning of the year, that's fine, that's cool. But I'm not sure about the whether. Let me see, to avoid more modules in a year, to avoid being phased out. No, it has nothing to do with being phased out. You choose modules according to your financial standard, as Mr. Mashinini has indicated, even when you select modules for both semesters beginning of the year, or if you are doing semester modules or year modules, if you are doing year modules, it's strictly depending on you, on your choice. But you can register in January for both semesters, and you can register year modules beginning of semester 1 next year, 2023. Mr. Mashinini, you can add.
the program director.
Yes, Mr. Mashinini.
Yes, just to add on what Sinono is saying now, you can be able to register your modules annually, but the thing is the prerequisite. Remember, the pre means pass a certain module to go to the next level module. So if you have prerequisite, it might be a condition that cannot allow you to register all 10 modules in a year. So the pre plays a very critical part for you to register for the whole year. That is why, for example, business, the modules like BSM 1501, BSM 1601, you must firstly pass 1501 to do 1601. So it means you are unable to continue on your semester to register the 1601 until this one has been passed. So it can limit you. You can only add it when you go to semester 2, when you know now that you've passed business 1501. So there are certain dilemmas pertaining to registration, like pre and core requisites, which are critical. But if they are year modules, it's fine. If there's no core requisites, then you can register all 10 modules. Then it will be an annual registration. It's permitted. I submit.
Thank you, Mr. Mashinini. Colleagues, we know that this department has a lot of questions, and that is why I opened a little bit of time to take some questions with regards to student administration. Okay, colleagues, we've just received the news that our presenter, Ms. Pengenye, is in hospital. Unfortunately, she will not be able to do the presentation for us today on student funding. However, I'm going to ask my colleagues to put my email address on the chat. Any NSFAS related questions or student funding related questions, you can email them to me. I will forward them to Ms. Maupi Pengenye as soon as she is ready and fit to respond to your emails. She will respond to your emails. So I'm asking my colleagues to please put my email address on the chat. All the student funding questions must be directed to that email address. We do apologize for that, and we also wish her speedy recovery. So without any waste of time, I'm going to call on Ms. Z. Febana for first year experience. Ms. Febana is also not presenting live, but then she is here in the chat to respond to the questions. So we are going to play a pre-recorded presentation from her. Ms. Nyamakazi, you can go ahead and play the presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I am Zianda Febana, a student success practitioner at the Student Retention Unit. And today I'll be taking you through the roles and services of the Student Retention Unit. The Student Retention Unit has a program that is focused on ensuring a successful first year experience. This program we'll call the FYE, and that stands for the first year experience. What is the first year experience? The first year experience program aims to provide extended support to students entering UNISA for the first time. We do this by providing essential information during the crucial points in the student journey. We therefore devised the following programs to ensure that we are always interacting with students and making sure that they are supported throughout their first year of study. We have the FYE support site, we have the FYE MOOCs, the FYE broadcast, FYE in communication, and also our mailbox. In this slide, I'll be taking you through how to navigate the FYE support site. To get access to the site, please go to www.unisa.ac.za, click on My UNISA, You log in using your username and password. Once logged in, click on My Modules 2022. Please see the picture that will appear on your screen. After that, once the page opens, see the screencast, you will click on My Module. So once this page opens, you will then click on My Module. Once you are on My Module, you will then click on FYE Support Staff. The welcoming page will then open. Scroll down and interact with the resources that are available for you. You might ask what these resources are. Certainly, let's get into that. This website was created to bridge the gap between students, academic staff, and also administrative staff by providing you information related to online student orientation. The online student orientation is a web-based student orientation that you can also visit. In addition to the virtual orientations that were held via YouTube videos. So if you need more information in terms of how to access services and support, you can always go to our online student orientation. This information is saved for you and you can visit at any intervals of your study. Also on the support site is support services that are available to all UNISA students. This includes all first year related information on various services provided to first-time entering students. The website is updated on a regular basis to ensure that we give you the best information available for you so you have a successful journey. This is what the welcoming page on our website looks like, and also our support site. It says UNISA First Year Journey. We also have our FYE broadcasts. These are live broadcasts or pre-recorded broadcasts that are also on our YouTube channel. So please go on YouTube and search for Student Retention Unit. You will find that the banner looks like this. Again, UNISA First Year Journey. Please find this YouTube channel, subscribe and like the content that is there because it is specially developed for you to ensure that you always have information that will support you throughout your academic journey. The SRU hosts regular broadcasts on various topics that's related to your first year of studies. These topics include time management skills, learning how to navigate My UNISA, library services. We also have information and videos there on how to prepare for your assignments and exams, how to access e-tutors. We also have other interesting topics that include taking care of your wellness and how to cope as an ODEL student. These topics are broadcasted with academics, our support staff, and professional guest speakers who are professional in their field of studies. I will share a screenshot of some of the videos that you will find on this YouTube channel. As you can see, it is portfolio assessment. We also focus on how to create and format your assignments. We also have using MS Excel for basic data analysis. We also have academic literacy broadcasts and how to build your mental strength. So please do go to the Student Retention channel and access these videos as they are specifically developed for you to ensure a successful journey at UNISA. As I said, transitioning from a different institution or even high school can be overwhelming. At the Student Retention Unit, we send out emails at different intervals to make sure that you always feel supported and that you never feel alone. These emails cover various topics such as preparing for your assessment and assignments, how to prepare for exam, what student support services is available to you. And because we know that being one student at an ODL institution as big as UNISA, you might feel overwhelmed. And therefore, we send out motivation messages to ensure that you never feel alone on your academic journey. Please make sure that you claim your MyLife email address to receive the FYE emails. The emails are sent out to MyLife email address after registration. And lastly, we have our FYE mailbox, where you can email us at fye@unisa.ac.za. What the student retention team does is that it receives the queries. It will then make the necessary referrals. We do this by contacting the relevant colleges, the lecturers, and departments. And as a response, we will either respond with a referral or an answer to your query. Please make sure that when you do send us an email, make sure that you provide your contact details. Make sure you provide all the information necessary for a speedy response. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to your 2022 academic year. And thank you for joining us today. And we as the SRU team wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Febane. Thank you, Khomotso, for the presentations as well. I'm seeing two hands. Mr. Mashishi, I don't know if your hand is historical or it's a new hand. Mr. Mashishi? Okay, all right, let me move on to the second hand.
Sorry, it was historical. I'll take it off. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mashinini. Yes, sorry. Next up, we have another hand here from Hermes Amani. Hermes, you can open your mic and go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. I had one preoccupation, and my issue is actually related to finances. So some student had issues and they've really tried to call all department of UNISA. I'm talking from existing student. They really tried to call the department of UNISA to kind of resolve this issue by after them signing the form recognizing the debt and also trying to push on with their studies, but obviously they'll keep on paying while studying and trying to finish as soon as possible. And this is probably one of my cases. But unfortunately, there is no way to go about this. I'm really struggling big time. I'm doing my advanced diploma in industrial engineering after graduating with my national diploma on the 12th of July, doing my second semester. But I'm really going through, it's really kind of crazy because I'm trying to call the SRC, went to the campus, speak to all people that I can try to speak to, but everyone is just telling me to wait. I've been told to wait for the registration to close, of which it has closed almost from the 29th till today, and no answer has been brought back to me. And at the end of the day, I've seen some of my colleagues in WhatsApp group starting their assignment and all that, and this is gonna actually delay me because I need to carry on with things. So I don't know what to do and where to go about this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Armani. Colleagues, is there anyone who can assist with the concern or inquiry? Maybe we can just refer the student to the relevant department. If there's anyone with information, please just put it on the chat so that the student can be directed to the relevant department or relevant people to assist with this matter. I don't see any other hand, and I'm not seeing anything on the chat. And those that are on the chat still asking about NSFAS, I've shared an email address there. Please email your questions or your inquiries to that email that has been provided on the chat. We will forward all your questions to Ms. Maupe, and she will respond to all the questions as soon as she is out of hospital. So Colleagues, in the absence of questions, all right, I'm seeing another question. Ms. Lushaba, is it a Mr. or Miss? Sorry about that.
Mr. Lushaba.
Mr. Lushaba.
Yes, no. Regarding the students who just spoke now, can you please assist him, because he's been calling and we are trying our best to assist him as well. But it seems like you want to delay the process as well when you say we must refer him to the relevant people, because what's going to happen, he tried to communicate or to contact those particular individuals, but nothing is happening. I don't know if here in the group there is someone who can assist, because we get a lot of students who come back and tell us that no one is assisting. I contacted this particular person from this faculty, they are not responding to my emails and so on and so on. And it's very sad. We find that people are working at UNISA, but in short, they are not working. They are just here to collect money of the university. It's sad. At this point, we have staff from UNISA, yet we are saying we want to refer a student to a particular person, whereas we have almost everyone here who can assist. Can you kindly assist this gentleman in this issue? Thank you.
You are noted, Mr. Lushaba. Thank you for that. Colleagues, as I have indicated, if there's anyone who's able to assist, please do. Mr. Mudisele, you are noted, say you can open your mic.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks, colleagues. I think for now, let's give this matter to Ms. Sinono and Mashinini. It's related with the registrations, but it's a finance-related matter. Let them run with it, because we don't have finance people here for now. But it sounds like it's an AOD matter, which normally starts with SRC, and the SRC provide information to finance. Mr. Lushaba, if you have any information about this matter, also provide that information, so that we're dealing with something that can help. The student can also send a direct email to me, so that we can see what could be the problem here, so that we can run with it, and we will revert to him. But for now, I think Mr. Mashinini and Sinono, I think they can run with this matter, and just to check with the colleagues that they're working with, and get to understand where is the problem, because I don't think we have all the facts at the moment. But even the SRC, because they are relevant to this matter, they should also provide us with the information that they have about the same student. I think that will also help a lot. And the student can still send an email direct to me, so that I can able to see to it that all the colleagues that we are requesting them to assist, that they can assist. And if they pick up problems, they can always share with us that they're picking up problems, and that we can take it to the next level. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mudisele. The colleagues that have been mentioned, if you do not mind, please share your emails on the chat, so that the student can be able to email you directly and communicate with you regarding this matter. Mr. Mudisele, I also request that you also put in your email address on the chat, so that the student can also copy you in the communications, so you can also assist maybe in following it up and seeing that, our student has been assisted. Thank you so much, colleagues. We really do appreciate that. Colleagues, we are almost at the end of our program, but now I'm going to request colleagues, there's going to be polls, questions which are going to be launched on the screen. I request that we please respond to the questions. Those questions are the ones that are assisting us in having this type of orientations or workshops that we are having. Those questions or your responses are the ones that guide us, and also to inform us as to what it is that you as students need from us as the university. So I'm going to request Ms. Sharon Tibele to start launching the polls. I request colleagues that we all we all click and answer these questions. The first question is on the screen. You can just click on the one which you think is right for you and click submit, then the next question will follow. Thank you. Can we have the second question?
Yes, I will send through the second question. If you can just assist by reading the first one out so that those who are actually relying on the sign language interpreter can know what it is about.
Okay. Sorry, Sharon, I didn't get that. You would like me to read the questions?
Yes, please, Ms. Gloria. Yes.
Okay. The second question, it says, the presenters were able to clarify questions and unnecessities. There's three answers there: agree, neutral, and disagree. Click 1, 2, or 3, and then you submit. Our next question, Mr. Bellen. The next question says, please rate the overall quality of the workshop. 1, good. 2, average. 3, poor. Select the one you want and then you submit. Next question. Question 4, what did you learn from the workshop? You can put on your answer and click on submit.
Because of the network, Gloria, may you repeat yourself?
Question number 4, what did you learn from the workshop? Type in your response and click on submit. Question number 5, what else would you like to learn more about? Question 5, what else would you like to learn more about? You type in your response and you click on submit. Question number 6, how do you prefer to attend workshops? 1, it's online. Option 2 is hybrid. Hybrid means both online and in person. So there's 2 options there, online or hybrid. How do you prefer to attend workshops? You can select the one you prefer and click on submit. Question number 7, any other suggestions or, sorry, let me repeat the question. Any other comments or suggestions? If you have any comment or any suggestion which is not listed in the previous questions, you can type it here as your response and click on submit. Thank you, Sharon. Do we have another question after this?
No, Ms. Gloria, that was the last question.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. As I've said in the beginning, your responses are very important. Your suggestions are very important to us because they are the ones that actually guide us as to how to structure these workshops. So please make sure that you do submit your responses. Your responses are anonymous. So anything you put there will only be viewed by the people who are responsible for the workshops. All right, colleagues, thank you so much for your participation. Thank you so much to our guests. But we have someone here, Mr. Mudisele, who is going to thank you proper to do a vote of thanks for us. Mr. Mudisele, the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much to all the colleagues that are here, all the students that are here, all the guests that are here, all the presenters that presented today. Thank you very much. I think you did your work in a very short space of time. You know, we were supposed to close at 13 hours, and we are at 11:22. That's the good work that you have done on your side. Thank you, Program Director. That's very exciting to see how sometimes we can do things better. That's a good improvement. Of course, I want to really start from the beginning that and appreciate the colleagues that right from the beginning of the program who were involved. And that would include Dr. Pitswani from the head of counseling who really set the tone for this meeting today, and also, of course, welcoming every single person who happens to be here. We really have to thank you, Dr. Pitswani, and even the work that went into this program. We really have to thank you. Thank you very much for that. And maybe also to really thank Sophie Mabaso. Sophie, you're doing a very good job. We really want to see more of this, what you're doing, who's doing the sign language interpretation for all of us. Thank you, Sophie. That's good for you, for all of us. Thank you. But again, we really also want to thank you for the presentation that you have made with regard to the presentation of sites and communication channels and platforms that the university uses between us and between the students. For example, how to navigate our sites through Facebook, regional sites, YouTube, and your general emails of Gauteng TL. I think that helps. That helps students. I know that students sometimes they open the website and then just get lost as to what is the next move. I think that helps a lot. Miss Masera Medipale, representing counseling in Vaal, but of course also representing the entire centers in Gauteng region. We really want to thank you for the presentation that you have made regarding the counseling services and the student counseling career guidance, the manner in which our students are expected to be assisted or supported, even through your student mentorship. You know, the whole range of support that counseling provide. It's very exciting. I know that sometimes, you know, during the course of your studies, you stressed up about your studies and your environment, but counseling will always be available to come into your situation and help one way or the other. The SRC chairperson, Magnificent Lusha, thank you for coming, Chair. It's very exciting that you took your time from the work that you guys are doing on behalf of the students and attended this meeting. We appreciate your presence here. It's important that you are here, and that you are not only an organizational structure, but you are also a service to the students. So your presence, we really appreciate it, and then you do it by yourself. You did not delegate. Thank you, Chair. That's wonderful on your side for doing this for the students. And I also want to thank Janine Prisman for the presentation that she has made regarding the tutorial system that comes through classes and Akalit, which is facilitated mainly by reading and writing. I think that also, that presentation helps a lot. Students get to be facilitated along the way when you study. Your facilitation of learning will always be there to intervene, to take you through the classes that they make available to the students. And of course, getting these facilitations from very experienced people, not necessarily coming from the university itself, but they could also be people from outside the university who just raise their hands to have the students as facilitators. And I think we appreciate that the students know that we do have this service, and this service helps when you get stuck along the way. Thank you very much for that, Ms. Prisman. I also want to thank colleagues, the Micro Lab, Betuel Lemau. I think you have represented us also very well. I appreciated your presentation. It provides what you call your e-academic activities, the academic journey. And this is mainly on E, where students now practically communicate with the university in various ways. Submit, receive, respond to all the work that the students are doing with the university. I think Microlab are doing a very good job for this university. And I really appreciate all the work that comes out of this presentation. Thank you very much, Betua. Thank you for that. Moses Malapisi from the library, though stationed in Pretoria Sunnyside, but I think you were also able to share with the students and all of us the services that library provides. A very different way of students expected to do or communicate or use the materials in different way online, your catalogs, your literature research, and library commons, and even training in case students need training to do the research or the search itself, and also showing up that we also do provide the research support, even the students who are your postgraduate students. So library remains an indispensable service for the university and for the students. I think without library, necessarily it becomes difficult if you just do not know where to find your materials from to do your work. So thank you very much, Moses, for that. I want to say this to Ms. Mope Penyenye, who's said to be in hospital, that we believe that you will be fine. You will be fine. We thank you for having initially raised your hand to come and present. But for some reason, you could not. It was not because of you decided to stay away, but it is because of the reality that is happening around you. But believe us that you will be fine. You will be fine, and you will be back into your office. Thank you very much for that. As the program directors already said, that if there is any question in relation to student funding, colleagues, the students, you can submit those to us, and then we will send all this to Ms. Maupe, so that when she comes back from the hospital, she's able to respond to those requests. And of course, also wants to appreciate the work and the presentation that has been made by Ms. Abongile Sinono from Ekurhuleni. Ma'am, you have represented as well. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I think this is where everything starts. Student administration. The work in the University of South Africa starts with student administration, application and registrations. The working in between and going to colleges, and even when you exit at the end of your journey, academic journey, you still walk out through student administration, through your exams, through your graduations and all that. So we get involved through student administration, and I'm thankful that Ms. Sinono Abongile was able to present, and even because she was very strong in suggesting that students should adhere to the rules of the application and registrations, especially in relation to the curriculum that one takes right at the beginning of his or her academic year. We get it right from the beginning, it will be fine at the end. I think that's exactly what she was saying. Thank you very much, Abongile. Also, lastly, I think I really want to thank Ms. Zed Verban. I think colleagues, if you might have heard what Ms. Verbana was saying, she took all the work that we have done today, the whole of today, and put it into one consolidated presentation. The UNISA first year experience. The experience that the students go through. We might have presented it individually, but she managed to put it together into one, showing the support that the university provides through sites, through MOOCs, broadcast, communication, YouTube channel, and all other supports that UNISA provides. I think it really shows that we might be doing a whole lot of work, but I think we have not realized that we really are doing a difference in the lives of the students. I think let's continue doing that. I really have been excited listening to the presentation from the beginning to the end. I never even left as just student, listen and hear everything else that was presented today. And I really want to appreciate the work that everybody else has done. But I think I want to promise the student who raised an issue about, I think it was an AOD related matter, that please share the concerns that you have with us. We will run with it. We will come back to you and give you a response. That's a promise that we make. That's a promise that we will keep. Thank you very much, colleagues. And thank you for those who were working behind the scenes, like Ms. Mabua from Johannesburg, who was also involved on this this program, putting together this program and all that. All other colleagues that I'm not mentioning your names, do not ever think that you did not contribute. You really have. Thank you very much for your silent contribution. You really are recognized for the good work that we have done. Thank you very much. I'm taking back all the authority to Ms. Pula Gloria. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mudisele. Thank you, everyone. Mr. Mudisele has already thanked everyone. There's nothing more to say. So it's a wrap from us, UNISA Counseling, Gauteng Region. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day further. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, police.
Thank you, colleagues. Goodbye.
you.